Hi there, my name's Rob, and thank you for tuning in to Hamilton Water Ask an Expert. So you guys had some great questions that came in. The first of which was, is there any indication that there's plastic pollution or microplastic pollution in Hamilton Harbour? Now, while I can't refer to any specific studies that have been done, the simple answer is yes. And this is because we find microplastics and plastics everywhere. It's something that we can't get away from. So many products and industries use plastic because it's cheap and it's easy to manufacture. So the second part of that question was, how are microplastics or plastics getting into Hamilton Harbour? This occurs in a number of ways. We find a lot of microplastics and plastics along our shorelines. This is because plastic can enter our waterways through runoff. There are several other ways that microplastics and plastics can enter Hamilton Harbour. One of which ways is through our stormwater sewer system. This sewer system is designed to collect rainwater through catch basins, transport this water through our sewer system directly into our waterways and into our harbour. As this rain is making its way through the system, it's very easy for plastic litter such as water bottles, plastic straws, bottle caps, things of that nature to get washed down the storm sewer and deposited right into our environment. Another way that microplastics can be introduced into our harbour is through our wastewater treatment plant. This is because people wash a lot of synthetic clothing. For example, washing a synthetic fiber fleece jacket can release up to 250,000 microfibers into our wastewater, which is then transferred through our sewer system, through our wastewater treatment plant, and then finally into Hamilton Harbour. So the second question that you had was, what are some examples of native species within Hamilton Harbour, and whether or not there's any indication that these species have been affected by plastics or microplastics. There are many native species found in Hamilton Harbour. This is because Hamilton Harbour is a biodiversity hotspot. You can find animals such as walleye, bald eagles, green frogs, Blanding's turtles, pumpkin seed sunfish, and least bitterns. Now, I can't speak specifically to any studies that have been done in Hamilton Harbour regarding the effects of microplastics on our wildlife, but what I can say is that microplastics do wreak havoc on our native species. This is because animals that ingest microplastics, mistaking them for food, can cause internal bleeding, ulcers, and can block the digestive tract. A study has shown that almost 80% of the plastics in the Great Lakes can be found in the digestive tracts of fish, mainly in the form of microfibers. A lab test showed that perch actually prefer eating microplastics rather than plankton, showing the disruption that microplastics can have on our food web. So the next question was, how do Hamilton Harbour cleanup initiatives try to target solid waste pollution? Well, the answer to that is through public education. Through our team in the outreach and education section at Hamilton Water, we focus on educating our public on our sewer systems, including the impacts that everyone can have on our waterways, specifically dealing with Hamilton Harbour. A lot of people don't understand how our sewer systems work and how their actions in their bathrooms, by flushing garbage down the toilet or by throwing litter on the ground, how these things can actually have an impact on Hamilton Harbour. The second part to that question was, have we ever heard of the sea bin? We don't have any experience with that particular product. However, our friends over at the Hamilton Harbour Remedial Action Plan office have actually been trialing a product called the Litter Trap. And here's the link to that website should you want to learn more. The last question you had was, do we feel that after all of the initiatives that are being undertaken in Hamilton Harbour, do we feel that the harbour will be delisted as an area of concern? The answer to that is yes, absolutely. This is something that's not going to happen overnight, but the whole goal of our remedial action plan and our Clean Harbour project and all of our Clean Harbour initiatives, the final goal is to get the harbour delisted as an area of concern. So hopefully one day we'll get there, but again, it's not going to happen overnight. This has been Hamilton Water Ask an Expert. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or if you'd like clarification on anything in this video, please feel free to email or call Robert Richarz at Hamilton Water.